Don't you just love a Mad Max film without Mad Max in it? No! Like Batman films without Batman in it. You know, the one where he's supposed to be kicking the shit out of the guy, but instead it's just that guy dancing and crying. Stick Chris Hemsworth in there while you're at it too. Whack a fake nose on him. He's given up being taken seriously. And I know what that looks like. I mean, why stick a fake nose on him at all? Why not just get an actor who already has a fucked up nose? There are plenty. So instead of all that nonsense, I just watched an actual Mad Max film with an actual Mad Max, played by an actual madman. We start the movie off in this violent apocalyptic wasteland, also known as Australia. And within this land of fruit and nut, Big Bad Mel is the king cashew. And here gasoline is liquid gold. And Mel needs the precious resource to fuel his V8 supercharged car, so he can drive his car around the desert fucking people up to get more gasoline, so that he can keep driving his car around the desert fucking people up to get more gasoline. You're asking too many questions. The story begins, and we join Mel on a typical Australian afternoon. And he's been ignoring the engine like all bastard week. And his dog's like, Mel, I know I'm just a talking dog, your insanity cooked up, but I think you need to stop for some diesel, mate. At 195 per litre? Who's paying you? You don't even have pockets. So he stops to borrow some diesel from this guy, and Bennett from Commando is like... Later, that very same year, Mel sees this flying contraption and he licks his lips like he's going to eat it. And when he tries to, this guy's snake jumps out and he sparks the snake, and he's like, oh, that's my fucking snake. What the fuck are you doing under all that sand? Don't worry about it. Give me your fucking car. But Mel manages to turn the table on this weirdo and he's like, don't fucking kill me. I'll take you to a place where there's fucking loads of gasoline. Alright, what's it called? Gas Town. Fucking hell. So they set out and Mel's dog is like, I don't like the way this motherfucker's eyeballing me, Mel. Let's just kill him and throw his body in the desert. The desert? Yeah, you know, anywhere. Anyway, Mel comes across Gastown. Not the stripper bars in Vancouver, because he's not allowed there because of their damn anti-vagrancy laws. And this weirdo's like, look at all the gasoline they've got. They're practically giving it away, man. I mean, it's on fire when they give it to you, but that's a fucking bargain in this economy. But Mel's a bit unsure, so he asks his dog, he's like, I don't know, man, what do you think? He's like, Mel, I'm not really talking to you. You need help. So Mel takes this opportunity to observe the men besieging Gastown, and he sees a slight disagreement over the right of way. Listen to me, you bald naked prick, you're all over the fucking road back there. Our lassie's scared stiff. So they resolve it like a pair of true Australian gentlemen, whereby he squeezes his neck like a dish sponge till he stops talking. So Mel needs a way in a Gastown, so he rescues this guy who tried to escape. When he gets in, he's like, alright, welcome to Gastown. We got one rule here. No drinking our gasoline. This is our gasoline. Only we're allowed to drink it. Am I allowed to put it in my car? If you want, you freak. And anyway, while that's going on, this kid tries to give Bennett a haircut and he's like, oh shit! And in classic pantomime fashion, when he ducks, his lover gets beheaded. And Humongous is like, you pricks, we'll be back tomorrow with more angry men. And in response to this, the people at Gastown start to panic, and this guy's, look, let's just talk to this Humongous guy. He seems reasonable. And Mel's like, I can get that gasoline out of here for you, but it's gonna cost you. And like, yeah, what's it gonna cost? More gasoline. Okay, you got a deal. And the townspeople are like, are we sure about this guy? He thinks his dog can talk. I'm not sure we can hold that against him. He was pretty upfront about Mad being his first name when we let him in. So Max gets this guy from earlier to fly a mannequin that looks like him back over to the big rig so he can drive it back to Gastown. And afterwards, he lets the gyrocopter man go, and his dog's like, oh, Max, we don't usually let him go afterwards. Meanwhile, Bennett's getting his fade put back in when he realises he left the water heater on. And during all that confusion, Mel tries to quietly sneak this 18-wheeler past him and his boys. But Humongous is like, and it turns out the last gun on Earth is also the fucking coolest looking one. And the gyro man plays a classic prank on these guys by throwing a rubber snake over his shoulders. Classic. And as Mel gets the truck in, Humongous and his boys close in. But Rod Stewart is going heavy on the flamethrower like before. And this guy's like, hold on a minute, boys. I'm going to try something a bit different here. Just bear with me. I got an idea. When after the battle, Rod's like, well, how's the truck looking? Oh, she needs a new injector pump, mate. Well, how much is that going to cost? Listen, I can call a guy who can get me the part here early next week. It's fucking Tuesday. What am I going to drive in the meantime? Listen, mate, I'll do your courtesy car until then. So a week we know fucking car drags by, and then Tuesday comes and they get the truck up and running. And then this lady's like, I was wrong about you. And Mel's like, yeah. And then she fucking ice smashes him as he walks away, and Dog's like, oh, Mel, you don't need no human woman, you have me. So Mel leaves Gastown, but Bennett rams him off the road.
You're on your own, lad.
And when Mel wakes up, this prick has his shotgun and he's like, hey, I need that for hunting quail and other ground nesting birds. Well, I don't agree with hunting, so here you go, I'm off to the supermarket. So they make a break for it, and Humongous can only watch in horror as Mel slowly rolls this truck up the hill in second gears, and Bennett and his boys start hitting the lorry hard with firebombs and all sorts of shit. But this guy seems to have it under control, so it's fine. But this is Mel's show. And at this point in the film, I realise it's all sped up and jittery because they're actually driving really fucking slow when they film this. Humongous hits the nos and he catches up to Mel, but Mel's got one last trick up his sleeve in that he's fucking mental and he's not bothered if he lives or dies.